What is up? What is up? What is up? We got a special guest in the house tonight. We got a special guest in the house tonight. We got my brother from another mother. The year rounding out pretty nicely. I'm starting to get a lot of the guests that I wanted to get in here at the end of the year. I ain't really sure if I'm gonna keep going with Unfiltered in 2025. So I want to end out the year with kind of a bang with some of the guests that I bring up here. So it's gonna be a little bit of mix of a whole bunch of stuff. I might do some special ones on different days, but yeah, I can't wait for it. The guest in the back getting ready. Benjamin is in the building. Appreciate you, brother. I see you got that the Saints logo up there. Mr. Money Menace is in the building. My dog. My boy Kid Cat is in the building. Ian is in the building. Salute to you, my brother. Yeah, man. Like I say, I got some I'm working on some things. I got some new merch coming out. I've been working on it. These people been messing around with my money, man. Out of stock on probably, I think, like 4 of my items. So I had to work with them on some different merch. So hopefully I have some new items in and rework some of the ones that I already had. Anthony Ventures in the building. Yeah, man, I got the upgrade king in the building today. Me and Anthony were just talking about some upgrades. So yeah. I'll say, man, you know how I do, man. I don't like to keep the guests waiting long. I just want to wait to get a couple people in here. My little, not the right one. Oh, that's the wrong one. Had to get my gadgets and gadgets together. But yeah, man. I got not next week. Next week it won't be Unfiltered on Friday. In fact, Unfiltered will no longer be on Friday after this week. This is the last week for Unfiltered to be on Friday. We go into Monday, November 18th. We got special guests. Luke's Points and Miles will be the special guest on Unfiltered for the first Monday show. For the first Monday show on 11/18, y'all are not going to want to miss that one. I got Luke's Points and Miles. Like I say, man, we go end this thing on a bang. And since I got Anthony Venture in the building, I got to put him on the spot. Since Anthony was my very first guest ever on Unfiltered, I want to end out the year with Anthony. So Anthony, I need you to come back on Unfiltered in December so I can end out the year with you as the special guest. You better believe it. Making Mondays great again. Nah, I ain't gonna be up against football, man. I'm gonna come on earlier than that. Football come on, I'm gonna be already about to get up off of there. I'm gonna lead you into football. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. All right, now look, I put Anthony on the spot about being my last guest of the year. He said he down, and I want everybody to hold him accountable. We can absolutely do that. Because honestly, that last one, that might be the last one I ever do. I'm not really decided. Like I say, I might not bring Unfiltered into 2025 because I pretty much by the end of the year, I'm gonna have everybody that I wanted to be on here. So, and then I'm just gonna start duplicating guests. But you know what? The thing is, I think I left the guests in the back long enough. Y'all know how I do it, man. I gotta do my little introduction so I can get my guy out here. So let's get to it. What is up, team? It's your boy Sledge from the SledgeInc team, back with another episode of Unfiltered 20 Questions with Sledge. And today's guest is the king of Spanish speaking credit card content, the Citibank credit card king. He is the organizer of the 2025 credit card content creator meetup. It is my brother from another mother, Seesaw Joel. What
What's
is
up,
going on,
family?
my brother?
Happy to see you, brother. I really appreciate you, and thank you so much for having me here. I really appreciate you, brother, and all the guys I see: Anthony Venture, Luke's Points on Miles, Point Blank Travel, Chats Money Minutes, Electromotions. I'm happy to be here, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Speaking of loose points and miles, before we go on again, the very first Monday unfiltered, we got loose points and miles 11/18. Man, y'all do not want to miss that one.
And I don't know if this is part of the questions, but Luke's Points on Miles is actually my favorite content creator. Like out of any creator on YouTube, that's my favorite content creator. Period. No
Uh,
one comes close to him. I get a lot of value from his videos. I've been watching him. I think like when Luke had like 2,000 subscribers or something. I
oh wow,
always told him that day when it was the strongest YouTube channel was part of his introduction that he will reach 50,000 subscribers. So can't wait to see Luke's reach that milestone.
man. You know what? When this get ready to repost, I'm gonna bleep that part out and put my name where you said Luke at. So, all right, but man, you know how this thing go. 20 questions with Sledge. I'm gonna ask you some questions. This is how I usually go. I usually ask some questions that's uncredit card related, but we gonna get into straight credit card content today. We gonna get into straight
Get on.
credit card content today. I try to mix it up every now and then. So, but if you ready to go, no, you know what? Before we go, for the people that don't know you, which probably most people do, tell them a little about you and your channel.
My name is Cesar Joel, Spanish speaking content creator. I'm really retired. So I mainly do business. So YouTube is my business, and I travel with my family of four. So it's kind of challenging. Well, traveling with four guys, four people, but it's been great. I got over 20 personal credit cards, over 10 business credit cards. So I do a lot of testing with my credit scores, utilization. I repair my credit. It was down to the 490s, and I took it to 813. Right now, it's at 797. So I'm big on credit score, and I'm a big time churner. So I'm always getting an intro offer.
Yeah, man, Darnell will be real proud of you, man. Talk about your utilization, but we gonna get into that a little bit later. All right, now the first question I got for you was the same question I've asked every single person who's ever been here. What made you pick up a camera, a cell phone, or whatever you record with, and start making content for YouTube?
Too many generic Spanish speaking content creators. They just talk about like what they see in the website, and they were not bringing much to the table. So at least for the Spanish speaking community. So I think the Spanish speaking community deserve a content creator that actually, do the things and show them how to do them and to be ready to answer those questions. Like I'll go live and I'll be live 3 hours answering any question from my community. So I don't hide behind a camera. I'm always available for my community, Spanish speaking community, to answer their questions. I don't know everything, but I can, you know, speak about my experience. And I got plenty of experience repairing my credit, building up my credit profile, using authorized users. Um, I do budget. I got two properties. I don't have any active loans. So I think I can provide that type of information to my Spanish speaking community, and it was lacking a lot, at least from my Spanish speaking community.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Now, the next question I incorporated, I got this question from you, and I wanted to throw it in right in the very beginning. You already know what the question is. If you could
Yeah.
only have one credit card for life, what would that credit card be?
You see, that's a very difficult question, at least for me. I was the one who bring it up to everyone, and the reason was because it was difficult for me to answer that question because I got a dilemma. Like, my favorite credit card is the Hilton Aspire. I love that card. So, but if I had to have one annual fee credit card for my rest of my life, and that card doesn't get refreshed, it will have to be the Platinum. And there's a reason for that. It will give me Hilton Gold status. And Hilton Gold status provides a lot of value, up to $50 in credits. You get the same with Hilton Diamond status. But if I'm going to only have one car, it will be the MX Platinum. I can get 100,000 points in referrals. I can transfer those points, get access to them. I get Hilton Gold status, Hertz presidential status, global entry, and the global entry is actually very powerful in the MX Platinum. I'm trying to look for it right here. Yeah, like right now I added four of these plastic platinum authorized users. They don't cost anything. You can get them for free. Each one of these cards get the global entry credit. So I
Right.
got my wife and two kids global entry for free. Well, not for free. I mean, I'm paying $6.95 for this, but overall, all the benefits. So I can get 4 or 5 global entry TSA pre-check for free. I get Hilton Gold status. I can play the upgrade and downgrade play that I've been talking a lot. Like, I do it every year. So every year, this card can give you up to 130,000 Emer points. So taking all that in consideration, 100,000 points in referrals, 130,000 points in upgrade, downgrade offers, and all the benefits, it has to be the platinum.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Now, I remixed that question a little bit. If you only had one no annual fee card for the rest of your life, what would that card be?
If it has to be like one of the cars that I have, or it could be
Any
any car,
card. It don't have to be a card you
any
have.
car,
Any card.
then no annual fee. That's gonna be tough one, but I probably have to go with the Bilt card because no annual fee and the protections, no foreign transaction fees, decent protections, primary car rental insurance, so some very good insurances, no foreign transaction fees, MasterCard, and probably not going to earn a lot of points, but those points would probably go to Hyatt if they continue with that, alliance with Bill. So it has to be that one. And if it's a car that I have, then I will have to go with this one, the revamped Navy Federal Cash Rewards. It's a simple 2% card, no foreign transaction fees. It's a Visa signature, so it will be accepted pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, you know what? When they revamped that card, you was the one who told me the difference in between the cards, what made me look a little bit deeper into it because I wasn't sure. I'm like, you got a 1.5% card and a 2% card on the same one, but yeah, the Visa signature
Yeah,
and yeah, everything that comes
yeah,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah, you know what? For since we brought the card up, this wasn't even a question. Can you tell people about that card because it's actually a good card?
I mean, it used to be an okay card, like but it was 1.5 if you didn't have like direct deposit with Navy Federal Credit Union. If you had direct deposit with them, it was 1.75. Then they started sending emails so you can activate it and receive the 2% without direct deposit or anything. And then they upgraded like the car, and right now, if you apply for the card and you get over a $5,000 credit limit, you will get the Reward Plus, and you get the Reward Plus and Cash Reward Plus, and basically it's a 2% card. If you don't get approved for a $5,000 limit, then you will get 1.5. I think if you get like approved below $5,000 credit limit, which is going to be like a regular Visa. You also have the option of regular MasterCard, World MasterCard. Uh, it's kind of confusing the way they do it. Like you have like four different cards, so but at least I got the good one, which is right now is a 2%. Right now that card I think it has like a 26,000 dollar credit limit or something like that. And funny enough, that card started as a secure credit card, the N rewards with $250 credit limit. I used it to when I was rebuilding my credit, and right now it has like $26,000.
That's crazy, man. And Navy Federal, you know what? The one thing about the end reward, which is actually it's confusing, but it's cool, that you can get a Mastercard or a Visa if you call and tell them you want that specific card. And like you were saying, the Visa is going to either be a traditional Visa or a Visa signature if it's $5,000 or more, and then the Mastercard is going to be whatever you call a regular Mastercard or a World Mastercard, not a World Elite, but a World Mastercard and everything that comes with it. But
I
you
also
want a
got
Visa signature.
yeah, I also got the more rewards, the
Yeah,
one that is like pretty much the green card, but well, it's actually like a Strata Premier, and it's no annual fee. That one also I think got like $26,000. Maybe Federal is kind of crazy giving out high limits.
for sure. The House of High Limits, man. I have 25,000 on my Navy Federal More Rewards.
I
Right
don't
now.
like Navy Federal that much. Like I have some painful experiences with them. Like the denial reasons can be some of the dumbest things you can heard for a denial reason. Like like they denied me for the flagship because I didn't have direct deposit. I didn't have a secure loan, which I had two, and I paid them off because I was rebuilding my credit years ago. And the other one, I can't remember. The amount of money I had in their checking account. I had like $2,000. They're not my primary bank, but I still got
Right.
$2,000, and I got denied for those three reasons. So maybe federal can be a hit or miss. They want you all in. Like if you're using all the products, direct deposits, and you got CDs and everything, then they will give you pretty much everything. But if you don't bank with them, like as your primary bank, it could become tricky to get approved.
Yeah, Navy Federal definitely relationship based. And you know, it's funny is
Yeah.
the first time I applied for the flagship, it was the same. The two of the same reasons. It was because I didn't have a secure loan with them, and the second reason was because I didn't have direct deposit. So I opened up direct deposit, and then I took out a pledge loan, and I did that just for the channel anyway. But yeah, they definitely want you to be all in with them if you want to get to some of those cars. Now, the next question is, how many credit cards do you have, and which
Um,
ones will you never cancel?
I really want to cancel a couple. This year, I think I canceled like five credit cards. Right now, I think I got 20 active personal credit cards. I cancel I cancel at five. I got 10 business cards, I think seven or eight, something like that. And the ones that I will never cancel, I think, is probably the Discover because it was my secure card, and this one, the Navy Federal, because those two cards were like secure cards when I was rebuilding my credit. So those are my two oldest accounts. So they help me with the credit age. So I will leave them open. And any cars that I can max referrals, I will not cancel them. And I do max the referrals a lot. So
That's what's up.
MX cars are not going anywhere, regardless if they keep raising those annual fee, because I do max those referrals. Like right now, if someone uses like for the last 3 months, if someone uses my referrals, I'm not getting any points because I'm
Wow.
being maxed like for I maxed them in the first 6 months. So any cars that provide me referrals, I don't cancel them.
Wow. Well, you can send them over to your boys' way, man, because nobody ever used my referrals. But you got a question. You got a question from Joshua. He said, "What was your first three cars?"
My first three cars were two secure cars, which is the Discovery secured card. Then the second was the M Rewards. The is right now is the Cash Reward Plus for Navy Federal Credit Union. And the third car, I think, was it was the PenFed Pathfinder. I think, yeah, PenFed Pathfinder. Yeah.
Man, another very slept on card, man. Like one of the top travel cards out there that no one talks about.
It's insane. Like this year, they say they give you like $100 in incidentals. I I spent more than 100 this year, and I've still got the credits. Yeah. I think I spent over like $160 in incidentals, and I used the card, and they keep giving me the credit for some reason. So
Man,
it's
listen,
just great.
when I use the United Travel Bank, when I use the United Travel Bank, because I don't have a United credit card, I don't have status with United, I have to pay for bags. I just use that PenFed Pathfinder card to pay for my bags. And, if I want to get something on the plane or whatever, man, I love that card, man. Yeah.
Plus free global entry and TCA pre-check. I mean, so it's just and it's a 4x on all travel and
Okay.
1.5 everything else. So it's
Right.
just, and they
Right.
added cell phone protection, I think, a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
So
And all you got to do is have a checking account with them to get it for free. That's
yep.
crazy. Like, that's crazy. All right. Now, when you get cars with annual fees, we may or may not keep some of these cars. And you touched on it a little bit ago. Do you have any? What? In fact, you know what? Let me rephrase the question. What are the cars that you already canceled, and do you plan on canceling any more cars soon?
Yeah. Like this year, I canceled the Marriott Bonvoy business card. I just don't get any value from the Marriott program. It's difficult for me to get value from it. So so that one is canceled. Even with the free night certificate, I just don't want to deal with it because it's going to be my only one stay at Marriott. So I just don't want to deal with Marriott. Um, the other card that I canceled and I also got it recently was the business goal. It's just a card that doesn't make sense for me, but at the time it had like 110,000 MR points in six. I had to spend like I think it was $10,000 in 6 months. But then they sent me I canceled the card, and like 2 months ago, or like 2 months after, they sent me a 200,000 MR points for spending uh, $10,000 in the next 3 months, I think, or it was 15,000. So I had to get it again. I will cancel it again, and I will keep getting that card, and I will keep canceling the card as long as they keep sending me those no lifetime language offers. Every year, I'll take those 100 to 200,000 MR points and and cancel the card next year. I had to cancel the American Express every day, which was my first American Express card because American Express doesn't love me like you. It only approves me for 6 cars, so I have to cancel one. So that one had to go, so I can get the Delta Business elevated offer. So that's what I did. Um, I also canceled. What was the other one? I didn't I cancel another one, another MX card. Oh, the American Express Business Green that was canceled because I needed 30,000 MR points and it was like a Target offer, but that card is trash. And so I got the card and canceled it like a couple of months ago. Mm, so yeah.
Yeah. My business goal. I had it for 2 years. The only reason I kept it last year is because it gave me a decent retention offer. And don't get me wrong, it's actually a pretty good card. Like it is. It is actually a pretty good card. But yeah, I just don't need it. I don't need another $375 an annual fee. So that card
Yeah.
definitely has to go.
Usually, I don't. I just. I no longer ask for American Express potential offers. I just either cancel or downgrade. And that's what I
Right,
do. I stop at asking for retention offers. I don't care. I get more points either through no lifetime language offers
right,
or playing the upgrade and downgrade game.
right. The
I just
upgrade
don't
downgrade
ask
is
for any retention offers. Automatically, I just cancel or downgrade. That's it.
good. Now, how many cars are too many cars for Caesar? Is it a magic number?
And not too many cars. Like I don't use many cars. Like I usually got my setup and I use 5 or 6 cars every month. And like I mentioned, I'm very huge in utilization. So only one of my cars is actually the one that reports any balance. All the other ones report zero. I do use them. I'm not a big spender. Like I only spend around two to $3,000 every month. So I get cars for the intro offers, and that's and if they don't make sense, I cancel. I know I will cancel them, and I get them for the offers. And at this point of my life, I just want to subsidize my travel. That's it. I don't need credit for anything else. My properties I are paid off. My cars are paid off. So I don't own any money, and I don't plan on buying more houses or anything like that. So right now, I don't need credit for anything else. At least right now, I'm retired. I got my retirement, so I'm good.
I feel
So
you.
I'll get them all as long as they approve me. I'll get them all, and I'll cancel them all.
And cancel them off. You got to, right? Exactly. Now, out of all the cars that you have, had, or talked about, what is one credit card that you think is the most underrated and why?
It has to be the Pen Founded card. That's the most underrated card that I have. Like people don't talk about it, and it's just so powerful. And some great protections, and you can get it for $0. Global entry, incidental credit, access to priority pass. You have to pay, but you get access. Great protections. Usually, you will get high limits also with PenFed. So that's the most underrated card I think I have right now in my wallet.
Yeah, same. You know what's funny is I think the same for me. It's the most underrated. It's just such a great card. And someone asked me the same question. I'm like, no
Just
annual fee,
crazy.
man.
It's just
Global
crazy.
entry.
Yeah,
I don't even know how did they lose that kind of money on that card because they have to just be.
it's,
They
it's just
have
crazy.
to.
That card is so powerful and it's great, and you can get it for $0 and no foreign transaction fees and a Visa signature. It's just great.
It's a
It's just
great
great.
card. All right, now two of your most popular videos on your channel are about the Discover It cashback
Yeah.
card. One of those videos has over 19,000. Now, it's not your most popular video, but those are two of your most popular videos on your channel. Why do you think people gravitated to those videos?
I think it was because my experience with Discover, like I used Discover at Secure Card because when I was rebuilding my credit, so I was showing uh, how I did it. And for those in need to rebuild their credit, so it was a great option if you had social security number, because if you have like ETIN number, you can apply for Discover. Then you will have to go to either Capital One or something like that. But if you have a social security number, you can go uh, with Discover. And I explained how I used that card to rebuild my credit while I was rebuilding my credit. At least the first video it's not even 8 minutes long. And then I also explained then that I used that card, and that card reported the entire credit history to my two authorized users that I added, my wife and my son. So they were able to build their credit using my Discover Secure card, which is one of my oldest accounts. And I explained that in that video. And it's funny because the first video had like a yellow thumbnail, which did good. It was, I think, my first video or my second video, and then I did like another video, like an update video, explaining more in detail, talking about the Discover. In that video, I made that video because I wanted to make a different channel, and that was going to be the first video for my new channel. It was also going to be in Spanish, but I thought that I wanted to create a new channel with a new account that nobody knew me and just go away and start from zero. And at that point, my channel had like 2,000 subscribers or more, and I was going to start from scratch. So it was crazy because that video did good, and it got me like 300 or 400 subscribers. So it was going to be a great start for a new YouTube channel. But yeah, I think I got a lot of experience with Discover. I I added my wife and my son to that card. They got their credit score from that card. Then they got their own Discover. So I got a lot of experience with Discover.
Man, I need to start making more Discover videos. It's funny when I had CJ on here. The same thing for him. It was the same thing for him. His Discover It videos were the videos that got the most traction. You know what I mean? Well, I don't know about the most traction, but they got a lot of traction. So now,
Yeah.
let me see. Question for you is, in your opinion, what do you think is the most overrated credit card that a lot of content creators talk about, and why do you think that is overrated?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much any chase card, but let me go. I mean, every chase card, like if the only there are only like two chase cards that are not overhyped. The one is the In Cash, and the other one is the Chase Freedom Fest. The all other chase cards are like overhyped, overrated, and I get it why they have a solid referral program, so it's easy money. It's easy to get referrals from Chase. Like I max my referrals with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the CSP when I had it. I think those cards, and I had it, so I have it, so I can talk about it. And they're lacking big time when you compare Chase Sapphire Reserve CSP to their competition. They're just weak. Like
Right.
um, Chase Sapphire Reserve is in third place. Like Platinum is way better. The Venture X is a lot better, and the CSR is down there in third place. Third place out of three cards. And when you put the CSP, it's also like in fifth place. Like the green is better. The autograph journey is better. The City Startup Premier is better. Uh, so those are pretty much every chase card is overrated in the credit card space. I know why is that. Like MX videos and Chase videos get views. You also creators get referrals, so that's why they're so overhyped. But when you compare those cards and benefits to their competition, they're not even close.
I definitely agree. And you got, man, they coming in hot with some questions from the chat.
Bring it
Coming in
on.
hot. I know. You know what I thought? I thought that I knew you was gonna say something about Chase, and I thought it might stir some things up, and it still might. But we got a question from Mr. I can't even call him Mister Doctor J.P. Buffett, my man with the PhD. He says, "What has been the most unexpected experience you have had since you started your channel?"
Man, like at least if it's in regard to YouTube, uh, I don't have like any experience like out of like none of my videos blow up. Like most of my videos are like search based, and they continue getting views over the time because my goal was to make at least 100 videos that produce at least $2 every day. So so I focus on my search based content. So it's been like even the videos that got a lot of views, they started weak, but they continue getting views. But some unexpected things that happened to me. I started recording and I never pressed the record button. And after half an hour later, I thought I finished the video. I never pressed the record button, so I didn't do anything. I also did a couple of live with my mic muted, so I was talking just to myself. So those are pretty much it. But my YouTube uh, journey has been much like it's a constant grind, putting a lot of work and dedication to it. Um, I don't let YouTube, I don't let my channel get stuck. Like I will punch my way out of it. If it's stuck, I will put more videos. I will put more work into it, and I will continue growing eventually. Um, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's what's up. And you got a bunch of questions here. YouTube Experiment wants to know your thoughts on canceling no annual fee credit cards that you no how longer have use for in your rotation, your daily rotation.
Uh, I don't mind canceling them because uh, like I say, I'm like in a different spot in my life. Like I'm retired. I got several properties. I don't owe money. I use a budget. So I only use credit for to subsidize like the cost of my travel and my family travel. So that's the main mission for my credit. I'm I'm old, so I'm in a different, I don't know, the journey in my life. I say but so I don't mind canceling any cars because like I think I'm gonna show it right now because I like to show some proof. Like if I go here and I just show something like my credit card utilization, which is a big issue for many, it's at 30%. But if I show my utilization, let me see. Uh,
Zero.
like I'm reporting $64 out of over $100,000. So I don't need. Uh, I manage my credit cards correctly, so I don't need many to do that and to maximize my credit. As long as they're not the oldest accounts, I don't have any issues closing any card. Like I close 4 to 5 credit cards every year, and especially if I don't want to deal more with that bank. So if I don't want to deal with it, I don't want to manage another application. I just close the card. But again, I'm not planning to take any mortgage in the next 6 months. I don't plan to refinance a mortgage in the next 6 months or a year. I don't plan to get an auto loan. If you're in that situation that you want to get a loan, you don't want to do anything with your credit besides improving it. So you just want to monitor your utilization and don't close accounts because rarely closing accounts will have a positive impact on your credit report. But when you have a long history, if you close a car or two, you probably don't even lose points. Like sometimes I close cars and my credit score go up because if my average age of accounts is like 2 years, which is low right now because I opened too many recent accounts, but if my average age is 2 years and then I close a car that only has a year, so my average age of my active accounts would actually go up. So sometimes I even close cars and my credit scores will go up. It depends on the situation. I will never recommend closing your oldest credit cards. Doesn't make a lot of sense. But I can do it. Like right now, I can close any cards and I don't care much because uh, the time that I am in my life right now.
For sure, for sure. You got another question
And
from Dr. Buffett. He said, how is talking about credit cards on YouTube shaped or changed your credit card journey or experience?
um, well, I believe in talking with experience. So my velocity has increased a lot since I started my YouTube channel. So I think right now I'm 12, 24. So starting to talk about credit cards, like it didn't force me, but it increased the velocity on which I apply to credit cards because I want to talk about credit cards that I have and the experience with that bank. And so that's it.
Now, your boy Lose Points and Miles says, which car did you get that you found out was either overhyped or just not for you?
That's a tough one. Um, I have to say, I think it's the Marriott Bomboy business. That card, like most of the videos that you see about that card, mention is a good card. It probably is a good card, but it just I think I was going to get more out of that card, and really didn't work out for me at all. Like my redemptions were not good. Gold, I don't value Marriott Gold status at all. Like at least in my case, I just got it for the 5 free nights, and that was it. There was no use for that card, and I see many videos about that car, and most of the videos are talking really good about the car, and I just it's not worth it. The other car is probably going to be the Chase Sapphire Prefer,
Wow. Yeah, you're gonna hurt a
but
lot
I
of feelings with
max
that one.
referrals. But I do max referrals for that car. The car is kind of trash, but I get several thousands of chase points just for having the car, so I don't mind it.
Hey, you being too honest, Caesar.
That's how I roll.
Nah. Nestor Guerrero asked a question. When will you be back under 524? You get on that
I don't
ink
follow
train.
Chase. I don't follow Chase by 24. Eventually, I probably will. Like, I got approved for this card. I think it was 1024, and I was approved for the ISG, the business version of this one at 1224. I got denied for the the income limited at 1224. I also got denied for the in cash at 1124. I keep trying. I don't mind trying. Higher inquiries don't bother me much, and like I say, it's all about like when you build like a strong credit history, and I always like to show receipts for most of my stuff. But because I do short credit cards, I get the most for the for the intro offers. But I'm trying to garden, but I fail to do it every time. Right now, I'm trying, and like I issue credit cards, but as long as you got like a strong credit profile, like it's right there. Some are 806, 797. So I'll keep applying for credit cards, and I don't mind change 524 at all. I guess someday I'll be below 524, but I just by the time if I wait, I have to wait pretty much like 2 years. So I will have to miss on Wells Fargo intro offers. I will have to miss on Capital One intro offers, more American Express intro offers. So I don't know. It's just difficult for me, but I got a player too. My wife is getting those cards, the income limited, the like right now she got the personal trifecta, and she will start that ink train because she's below 524. So she will get them, and I'll use the points. But I doubt that I'll be under 524 anytime soon at all.
Man, I think I'll be under 524 in 2028.
Yeah, yes, pretty much it. It's difficult. It's difficult.
We got JP Knowledge in the building. He want to know which trip has been the one that put the biggest smile on Miss Caesar's face.
You see, it was not the best cent per point, but before I entered the game, I rarely travel with my family. I did a lot of army travel while I was in the army. I visited a lot of places, but rarely with the family. So I took my family to Manhattan, New York, which is a busy place, but that trip was just great. I stayed at the Conrad. Midtown, I think it was over 1 cent per point. Hilton value, the value I got over there, it was close to 1 cent or point one. It was a busy weekend. It was like the Macy's parade and everything. So being there and seeing the Macy's parade with my family and taking them there, like we watched that Macy's parade like for years in the television, but actually being there, it was just something crazy. And going to the rig and skiing with my family at Central Park was something just, I don't know, it was just an incredible experience. It was not the greatest redemption, but I was so happy to take my entire family to a trip that was just great. And then one time, my father and my mother took my kids to Orlando, to Walt Disney, but I stayed with my wife, and so we went to Ponce Hilton over there, and I was a gold member at that time, and they gave us like the biggest room over there for my wife and I, and that was a very nice room. So it was like a little honeymoon. So it was just great. It was perfect. So those two times.
Man, listen, I'm gonna say this a million times. Cent per point isn't everything. The experience is what makes it, man. Like it just is. The experience is what makes it, man. You can have, you know what, you can get 25 cents per point. But if you have a terrible trip, what did that 5 cent per point really mean? You know what I mean? Like the experience is what really makes it. All right, now I done lost track. Um, what is your favorite credit card strategy for maximizing rewards and cashbacks, if you have one?
Oh, I think I got it in my wallet. so it so I got the custom cash, the double cash. There on my wallet, the City Strata Premier is just they're a beast. I mean, difficult to beat those cards and the custom cash. And not in my wallet, but the Reward Plus will give me an extra 10% in any redemption. Like even if I transfer cash or I use the portal or whatever I do with my City points, it's an extra 10%. So it's just for me, it's easy. City, it's difficult to out earn City. So the I like the I don't know this thing is speaking, but it's difficult to out earn eCity. That they're just missing a good referral program.
Right.
If they are a referral program and a couple of business card and that Strata Elite comes out, they're gonna smoke everyone.
And make AA an actual partner.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, that would be great. Like you can get some amazing redemptions with AAA, like for 6,000 miles. Like I was able to go like to Miami with my family for 6,000 points, a direct flight from San Juan, Puerto Rico to Miami, and it was great. It was only like what 24,000 points, an entire
Right,
family to go on a trip. Just,
right. Which
just
is crazy,
American
right?
airline miles are just great.
Yeah. Now, credit card utilization. You spoke on this before. How important is it to you, and how do you handle it?
Can you repeat that?
Credit card utilization.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How important is it to you?
like like I show you over there, like I have over $100,000 in personal credit. I only reported $64. I do it naturally because I have to rebuild my credit. So it's like something that is always in my back of my mind, that I'm always maximizing my credit card utilization. So I do the ASEO method. The ASEO method is quite simple. This is like if I have to explain something like this, let's suppose that I have these four cars. These three cars will report $0, especially this one because it's a chart car, so it won't
Right,
affect like your utilization. And then I will pick one car, and that car will report like 1% up to 4% based on the credit limit of that car. So I usually pick a car with the lowest credit limit, and I just report like 1% of that credit card. every single other card reports zero. That's the way that I maximize utilization. And for those who don't know, like if you go to my FICO and you buy a credit report, just put a charge on a charge card and let it report. Those old FICO models like FICO 2, 4, and 5 that are used for mortgages, they will actually penalize you like if you max it your credit card. So if you're planning to buy a house and they're using FICO 2, 4, and 5, don't put any charge on your charge card like 2 months before. Otherwise, you're gonna lose like 60 points there or even more. So I do it because I was rebuilding my credit. I don't need to like I got plenty of credit, but I always like to maximize my credit report for some reason.
Uh, you absolutely right. And what people don't realize is they do use some places do use still use those old FICO models. They do.
Yep.
They still use those old FICO models. When you might it might not be for credit cards, but it could definitely be when you buy a car, and it could definitely
Yep.
be when you buying a house or something like that. So
Those FICO 2, 4, and 5 are ruthless, especially with the credit card, like with charge cards. They don't like those cards.
hopefully mortgages supposed to be a lot of mortgage companies supposed to be going to Vantage 4.0. So we'll see. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
we'll
It's
see.
supposed to go to there to Vantage 4 and FICO 10 T.
Right, 10T,
So
right.
those, yeah, those algorithms is pretty much you have to watch your utilization in the past 24 months. So you want to start creating those good habits, not reporting over 4% if you want to really maximize that area. So, but now it's going to keep track those last 24 months. So got to be careful.
Yeah.
But those things matters if you want to apply for a mortgage. Like those are like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac. Yeah, they have a mandate to use those as scores. So if you're buying a house, you have to, you know, be ready for it.
Be ready for it. That's it. Like that's it. If you're doing the right thing, you ain't got to worry about it. Now, with as many credit cards as you apply for, what is your strategy to keep getting approved?
Um, you asked me like the latest car that I was approved.
Yeah, any card. How do you keep getting approved for credit cards, even though you keep
Oh,
applying for credit cards?
I think like I have some old accounts over there, so my credit history is I think also over 8 years, 8 years. Yeah. So uh, I think, and my credit score, like I show over there, in the is above 797. So uh, my inquiries are the ones that are hurting me now, and I've been getting denied for like I got denied for Wells Fargo, like something called like their 524 or something like that, because they actually mentioned it me that too many recent accounts open in the last 24 months. So I got denied twice with Wells Fargo. Capital One denied me twice because too much available credit limit and revolving accounts. So I do get denied, but I just keep trying. Like in my case, I just keep trying. If I want the car, I will continue applying. Someday they will approve me. But again, it's important to know that I don't plan to get a mortgage in the next 6 to 12 months, and
Right.
I don't plan. So I don't plan on getting any loans. So I don't mind applying for credit cards or reducing my average age because the mission is to provide more content in my channel and to subsidize my travel. That's it.
Same thing, man. It's about, all of these different banks have different rules. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah,
about knowing those rules, you know. And
yeah.
sometimes you can just sneak in there, sometimes
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised Citi has been showing my family love a lot. Like I was approved for the City Trifecta. My wife was approved for the City Quafecta. So we got like 7 City cars in just 6 months or something like that. Yeah, you have to like apply for one. You get approved for one. You have to wait around 7 days, and then you will also get approved for 2 cars in 65 days. If you want to go over that, like
right.
66 days, something like that, then you can get a third one. MS got same rules. Like with MS, you get one car in 5 days, two cars in 90 days, a third car in 91 days. Sometimes they count charge cars, sometimes they don't. Uh, your mileage may vary. Wells Fargo has like a 524 rule. I got then I just they were just telling me that like too many recent accounts open in the last 24 months. Sounds like a Chase 524 rule. Also,
Yeah.
I'm way over that. Chase got that rule that you also like you get approved from no more than two cars in 30 days. So you have to wait to get approved, even if you are below 524. Wells Fargo, you can get approved for one car in 6 months. The signified the new business car is not counting towards that. But if you're going personal, you have to get approved for one car. You have to wait 6 months to get the second car. Capital One is the same deal. One car, you have to wait 6 months. So yeah, so many rules. I do my research, like you say, brother, and I try to be updated in bank rules. And but if I want to get a car, I just apply for it,
Just apply
but
for it.
taking in consideration those rules,
Right.
those
We'll take in
basic rules.
consideration the rules. You know what's
Yeah,
funny is I talked to a Bank of America rep, and this rep pretty much took the time and told me everything, like all about all of their rules. So I got something coming out a little bit later. I haven't really put everything together on it, but man, this rep told me all of the Bank of America rules and what they look for and
nice,
how you can get around the rules and everything. So I hope wasn't nobody recording that call and that rep got in trouble. But yeah, this rep told me everything about the Bank of America cards.
nice.
Now, with both of us kind of being from backgrounds where managing credit isn't really talked about that much, how do you manage your credit rewards while also talking about telling your audience about managing credit responsibly?
Oh, I'm telling straight away, like I don't sugarcoat anything. Like I will talk the good and the bad. Like I will say, like this is the American Express Platinum car. This is the best premium travel car, but it's not for everyone. Like I would tell, if you only travel 2 times a year, 3 times, you don't need an American Express Platinum. Then this car is just trash. So I'm very straightforward in regards to when I talk about a credit card. I will tell them the good and the bad and my experiences. And I also tell them I do this because this is my job. YouTube is a business. I earn money. I get paid to talk about credit cards. I also get referrals, and I tell them I don't mind telling the truth. And I do thank them, like in their lives. Like I thank them a lot, and I appreciate their support. And they support me because I'm straightforward. Like I don't sugarcoat anything. Um, so I don't mind telling like the good things about MX and also the bad things. And if the car is not for you, I will actually tell you like it doesn't make sense. Like if you travel twice, don't get the car. It will be trash. It will be a waste of money, and you don't need the car.
Brokey, there's so many people that look at YouTube content creators and get cards like the Amex Platinum and especially
Yeah,
Amex cards, and they get these cards because they just see them, what I mean? Like
yeah.
everybody talk about how great they are, and they're not gonna do the research themselves. We live in a society where social media tells you about everything, what I mean? Like you just take it and, and that information is fact for you and you go with it. And
Like even in most of the life that they ask me about this credit card, American Express Platinum, this car is not even for me. I travel six, maybe six, 7 times a year. I think that's like the bare minimum you have to travel with any premium credit card. Like you shouldn't be paying 400, 500, $600 if you only traveling twice. Doesn't matter like how supposedly easy to justify it is a car. Like you don't need it. If you're only traveling once or twice a year, you don't need this car. And I'm very straightforward. This is the best premium travel car. I max my referrals. So that's 100,000 MR points. I play the upgrade and downgrade play, and I get another 80 to 130,000 MR points every year. That will completely offset, the $700 I pay for the car. and I enjoy the benefits. That's pretty much it. If Amex takes away my referrals, is if I don't max my referrals, if I don't play the upgrade and downgrade game, I will close the card. It will not make sense. And I travel 6 times every year, 5 to 6 times, sometimes more.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Now, Abdul Holly World, who was at the meetup, he asked, "Are airline cars worth it if you fly maybe 3 to 4 times a year? Maybe just get them for the companion certificate."
Mhm. Yeah. I think the biggest benefit of airline cars are the check bags. If you travel with check bags,
I
I
agree.
mean, it just makes sense to have them. So if you travel with check bags, any airline card that offer you those free check bags will make sense. If you don't use check bags, it will rarely make sense if you only fly like 2 or 3 times with that airline. Is going is because the other benefit is priority boarding. You will get in the plane eventually. That's not a big deal unless you're anxious or something and you just can't wait at all. But yeah, so most airline cars will the the check bag benefit is the biggest perk. Companion certificate. I mean, you get a car like the platinum, like the Delta Platinum. That's great value. The certificate alone will be worth those $350, but are you willing to pay those and to
Right.
redeem that certificate every year? That's just an individual preference. I will get every car for the bonus. Like right now, I will get the Delta Platinum. I'm just waiting for it for an elevated offer. I'm about to complete this one, and I will cancel this one, and I will get the Delta Platinum, and I will cancel the Delta Platinum, and I just keep doing that. But the check back is the main benefit for airline cars if you can take advantage of it. But every car can make sense for the intro offer.
Yeah. I 1000% agree. The check bags, man, because some of these bags, man, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be that person at the airport, like, trying to take stuff out here. I've been behind people trying to take stuff out of their bag because it's over 50 pounds or whatever the weight limit is.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The free check
yeah.
bag, man. If you traveling with 4 people, 5 people. Some of these cars you can travel up to like 9 people, and everyone gets one free check bag. Like
Yeah, I mean,
that's worth
one check
itself.
bag like for the trip can go $80. So that alone can, in a round trip, that can cover
Right.
pretty much the annual fee.
That
So,
covers annual fee.
so,
One round trip for the
yeah,
family. Yeah.
I got two airline cards. Like I got the American Airlines one, and I got the Delta one. But I don't. I usually, yeah, I don't remember the last time I traveled with a check bag. I do it for the offers. Um, Mm. So in my case, they're one and done. I open the car, I get the bonus, I never use it again. I will close the car, and I know this is gonna happen.
See, I'm total opposite. See, I have two things. First of all, if I travel with my wife and we going for one day, she will bring 15 outfits. Right. So we have we have to have check. We have to have check that. And another thing is, I'm just not one of those people. Even the smallest suitcase, I don't want to travel. I don't want to carry it around the airport. I'm just checking that thing. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just it's just a personal preference. But back to one thing that you said about the priority boarding, I do personally don't put anything any worth into it. I just don't. We're all leaving that airport at the same exact time. I don't care when you
I'm
get
on,
on that plane.
but I have to admit, I'm on a privileged position because I have to admit, like every time I travel, like I take my retired army car and I board first, like with my entire family. Every single airline will allow me to board first with my family. So I
Now,
gotta be fair. Like I always get priority boarding because of being a veteran, and my family got their military cars and everything.
now, now, priority check-in. I
Yeah.
can definitely deal with that though. You know, you got priority check-in. You
Uh,
just go through that line, and you in a little small line, just go in. But you see,
yeah.
my thing with the priority boarding, just for me specifically, is that, man, by the time I get to the gate late most of the time, so my
Yeah.
boarding class probably already on the plane by the time I get there anyway. So
Yeah. I don't go too early to airports. Like, yeah. So
right,
most of the time, same thing happens to me, unless there's like a layover over there in an
right,
airport, then I'm there stuck.
man. I'm gonna be in the airport lounge until I think the plane is almost boarded. Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over there. But don't take my lead because I've missed 3 planes before. So don't
I
let them
never
take
miss
my
one.
lead.
I never miss a flight.
Don't do it, man. It's a pain in the behind, man. Being on
Yeah, I
standby,
can only
trying
imagine.
to get through, yeah, it's terrible.
But
Yeah.
my
You
New
know,
Orleans trip was well, I did miss a flight, but it was not
right, when
like
your
it was the
fault.
airline. Yeah, it was not my fault. Like when it was for the New Orleans meetup, um they didn't let the airplane land and it got delayed, and they took us back to South Carolina. And then when we were able to return to New Orleans, the other flight already left. So yeah, it's a pain in the butt.
Man, let me see. Okay, JP Buffett got something for you. He say, if you had to recommend one car to others that you wouldn't own, oh man, he going with a tough one, that you wouldn't own yourself, what would it be? That's tough.
That's tough one. If I had to recommend one car to others that you want to own yourself, well, the Bill car. That's it. The Bill car. It's a great car, no fee, great protections, transfer partners, and I will never have that car. I don't rent. Um, I'm not gonna use it 5 times. So that will be the car. And it doesn't
Yeah,
have any intro offers. It's a great car.
that's true too. That freaking car, man. It got me so many times either. Like because of the same thing I don't rent, but it's it's the 5 transactions, man. It got me so many times. I don't get any points off of it, man. It just burns me up,
Yeah.
man. It just burns
Yeah,
me
at
up.
this point of my journey, it will be difficult just to carry that car 5 times. At least in my case.
I'm gonna tell you something crazy. I had a viewer tell me in a comment just yesterday that they got approved for they got denied for the bill card. Well, let me take that back. The bill card went into pending. They had to give the 2 years worth of tax returns in order. I'm like, for a no annual fee card. I've never heard of this. Yeah, they had to give
Yeah.
2 years worth of tax returns before they was approved for the bill card. I just would have let it go.
Man, man, I was,
Yeah, I just would have let it go.
I, yeah, I will not deal with any of those. That's just nonsense.
That's
Nonsense.
a
Yeah.
no annual fee card. That's
Yeah.
crazy to me. All right, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back to your content. Now, when you host your live streams, what do you think is the most important information that you share with your audience?
I share a lot of information, but it's I do promote like don't have credit cards if you don't have a budget. I talk about a lot about that. It always come out like if you don't have a budget, don't use your credit cards. You're probably not gonna use it the correct way because having a budget is knowing where your money is going. So if you don't know where your money's going, how are you going to be using your credit cards correctly? Yeah, you just can't convince me that you can use credit cards correctly without a budget. So I do talk about a lot about that budget. Only use your credit cards if you have the money to pay them off. Use it like an ATM. I'm not talking about business credit cards, 0% APRs. I know that's a different use case for starting business. I'm talking more about personal cards, and if you're already on trouble, yeah, don't wait until the last second. Try to balance transfer those, get some 18 months, 21 months, 0% APR. Then do your budget. Start making more than the minimum payment, and don't wait to the last second to transfer that debt. Just 2 or 3 months before, focus on that and get the balance transfer again to avoid paying those high interests. And too many people make the mistake of like they're already in credit card debt and they get approved for that 0% APR card and they are able to transfer. But then they don't pay the debt, but they start adding other cards that are not
Right.
related to help them. So they will get approved for the MS Go. I mean, now you're paying an annual fee. You should have given that to the
Right.
debt that you own. And every approval that you get, it could get you denied for the card that will give you another 0% transfer. So if you're in credit card debt, you should not be applying for any credit cards that doesn't have a 0% APR transfer. Period. And so I do get a lot of people with credit card debt. So that's what I tell them. If you were transfer that debt and don't apply for any other credit card, just wait 2 months before and transfer again the debt. Don't apply for any other card that doesn't have any promotions.
Right.
I'm big on like don't apply for credit cards if you're planning to get a loan. If you're any type of loan, like car, refinance a car, getting a mortgage, don't apply for any credit cards. It just doesn't make sense. The only way that applying for a credit card will help your credit score if you're applying for a mortgage is like if you never had a credit card, well, yeah, if you had a credit card, then utilization could be reported for the first time and you will get a jump. But if you already got credit cards, don't be applying for more. If you're planning to close a loan, apply for a loan. It just doesn't make sense. So I'm big on that. Managing accounts correctly, improving credit scores, and telling the truth. Like you will never see like a video from me like get this $100,000 no documents loan. Like I don't know where people get
Ever.
this information or they believe that stuff, but uh, any bank can ask you for documents. So
Right.
if you're telling me you're guaranteeing me a loan for $100,000, $150,000, no documents, like where you get this info? Like banks can ask you for any document at any time for $1,000 for any amount. It's their
Right.
product, it's their line of credit. So I don't talk about those stuff on my channel at all. I usually unsubscribe from any creator that have that type of video. And so that's pretty much it. And I answer every question that I know the answer. If I don't know the answer, I will tell them.
Brother, I wouldn't. You see, I wouldn't even have nobody up here like that. I don't do that kind of content, man. When I see those videos like 50K over here,
I'm
100K,
from myself.
no docs. I'm like, come on. Listen, I just told you a dude said that he had to provide document, he had to provide tax returns on a no Apple fee card. You could not guarantee that. Why would you tell your viewers
Yeah, but it's just for the views, and I think
that? Just for the
those
view.
type of videos are like irresponsible because they promote lying during the
Right,
application. That's they're
right, right,
promoting that you to lie over there that you put any income, so they will not ask for documents. I
right,
don't like those
right.
creators, so I will not subscribe for one watch of those videos. And if they ask me on a live, I will go really hot on that topic. And I told them just tell that creator that I will invite you. I will invite him to my channel and we can discuss it. I will tell him that what he's talking, that you're lying, you're trash, and you're misleading people to apply for products, and you don't know what you're talking about. And show me some receipts
Hey, listen. You
right
know what's
there on the
funny?
spot.
While I just said this might be the last year for Unfiltered, 2025, that might be the next year. Inviting some of those guys up here and telling them to provide the receipts to what they're saying. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
They
Because they
they
can't
ha-
do it. Mhm.
they hide behind a camera and no receipts, man. They
Right.
just
Yeah. 100,000 dollars from Bank of America. No, I'm like, bro, a bank can ask you for anything they want
Oh,
to at any time. You
it's their
know,
product. That's not your product, bro. And
it's not their
so you
product.
told me, yeah. Yeah, I don't like those type of stuff. I go hard on those topics. Like when they ask on live, like I go hard.
Yeah, I definitely understand. Now, you've been hitting at this the whole video. Both of us have a similar process of upgrading American Express cards. Upgrading and not only upgrading, upgrading and downgrading. Can
Yeah.
you explain your process?
Like I don't ask. It started like with the same card that we had, the American Express every day. That's when
Yeah,
I found out about the trick. Like my first American Express card was the one right now is discontinued. I can it was this one. Um the clear one now
yeah.
is white one. I got the white one over there. So it's funny because that card only had like 10,000 MR points bonus, and then the preferred had like 15,000 MR point offer. But I went for the one with no annual fee, and I got approved. It was my first American Express card. But when the first year passed, they offered me like I think it was like 20,000 points to upgrade to the preferred. I was like, wait a minute, this is even higher than the welcome offer. And with less spend. Nice. Maybe all American Express cards works this way. So I accepted the offer, got the points. I was like, all right. So then automatically my brain started, well, now I'm going to try it with the American Express Platinum, with the American Express Gold. And I got a bunch of green cards around here because like every year I I will get several I got I got so many green cards that because of the upgrade and downgrade play, like I got like 10 green cards. So I figured it out when that happened the first year. So I say, hey man, this thing can work on every American Express card. So I tried it with the Hilton cards. I get 30,000 points every time I downgrade and upgrade. But those are like those can take a little more time to show up. But with the American Express cards that earn MR points, it's like in 24 hours. Like you downgrade the car, you go next day or even 12 hours later, and you will see the upgrade offer. Like you just look for the card that you want, and it will show you an upgrade offer at the bottom of the page. It's insane. And so I got like 50,000 MR points. Like it was the first time it was 20,000 MR points. The second time was 30,000 MR points. So that was 50,000 MR points just for the everyday card. But then now what I do with my gold card and my platinum, I do it with both cards is I'm trying to look for the platinum, and there's a deeper level that with this strategy that I'm gonna use with the Spire right now this month. But for the MS cards, like I got these two. Both cards will go to the green card, and then the next day I will look for the gold card, and it will show me a 30,000 MR point to upgrade and spend $1,000 in the next 6 months. And then the other green card, I will do the same. I will look for the gold card, and I will get 30,000 MR points with $1,000 spent. Once I receive my MR points, then I go look for the platinum card in one of them because I don't want to have two platinums, and I accept at least 50,000 MR points every year with $2,000 spent. So if you are scoring at home, that's 50,000 and 60,000. So that's what over 110,000 MR points every year without taking in consideration the referrals. With the Spire, there's another level to this. Like the Spire is my favorite credit card, but right now I'm not gonna be traveling to a Hilton that I will usually, get benefit from the diamond. Well, I will downgrade that Hilton Aspire card to the no annual fee card. It is supposed to the annual fee should hit this month, so I will downgrade and I will let the months keep passing by because when you upgrade back, you also don't get the full annual fee. You get the prorated annual fee.
Right.
So I can get a heavy discount on that Hilton Aspire plus get all the benefits plus the upgrade offer, which is 30,000 Hilton points for the Surpass and another 30,000 to 50,000 Hilton points to go back to the Spire. But then I got the prorated annual fee. So I would not have to pay 550. I probably have to pay like $375, $400. So this strategy goes really deep as you want to go with it. But those who tell you that you can only get one offer from each American Express card, they just don't have enough experience with American Express.
What's funny is just yesterday I upgraded my Amex Green Card to a second Amex Platinum. Now I know
Yeah.
in either early next month, either late this month or early next month, they're gonna hit me with the prorated annual fee, which probably gonna be like 40 something dollars because I'm already in my 11th month of the Amex Green Card.
Yeah.
My
Already free, bro.
actual the actual annual fee hits on December 28th.
Yeah.
So between now and December 28th, I'm gonna use all the credits.
Yeah, people,
Yeah.
like I'm telling you, people just don't know like so many deep strategies with Amex. Whoever tells you you only get one offer with one
They
every card with
crazy.
Amex is lying you.
How
You
many times have
it,
we done it?
you can get an intro offer pretty much every single year with Amex with every card, pretty much that has any upgrade or downgrade play. Every single card. And you don't have to wait 24 months or 48 months
No,
like you have to do with Chase or Citi. Every
no,
single year, you can stack up a lot of offers. And then if you play it, like if you want to go deeper, you play like you mentioned, like the prorated fee. And you get the benefits too. You get the upgrade offer, you get the prorated fee. If you upgrade your car, in the month number 10, well, you're not going to be charged $695. You're probably going
right,
to like $100 or something like that.
right.
Plus you get all the benefits and credits. So MX got a lot of tricks, and that's one of the videos that's the video that has most views in my channel, like MX tips and tricks. Uh,
Yeah.
so it's like 25,000 views if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, it's because I talk about all those tricks, but it requires some dedication, and
No,
understanding
absolutely.
how the game works. Yeah.
Absolutely. Just so you know online, that's one Amex Platinum card. That's a regular Amex Platinum card. And that's a Charles Schwab Platinum card.
Nice.
And I
Too
literally
bad
just
that
did it
one,
again yesterday.
man.
Yeah.
Too
You
bad
know
that
what?
one doesn't have like a downgrade play, man. That sharp swap.
Man, I actually broke it down. It's $25 per month. So over a month, so I had like a month and a half. Like I said, it probably be like $40 in order
Yeah.
before it's time for me to do the actual $695 annual fee. But when that $695 annual fee hits, you still have 30 days. So that's gonna go into
Yep.
2025 when all the
Yep.
credits come back again. So you can use all the
Yep.
credits again in that 30 days, and then
Yep.
cancel
Yep.
that thing. I'm
So
not gonna cancel it. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna
yeah.
downgrade it back to the green and pay them $150 annual fee.
That's why I have so many greens. Like every year I get like four greens or three greens.
They like, man, I try to tell people it's like they're afraid to do it, but the thing about it is these are American Express rules. You're not breaking any rules. These are their rules. Yeah, I'm sorry. I love it. All right. Now let me get back to the questions, man. All right. Now, in this credit card game, everything isn't perfect. What is the worst credit card mistake that you've personally ever made?
Well, I really, applying for too many cars in a short period of times, it limits the banks that I can apply. That's pretty much the worst because I know I will not. It will be difficult to get approved for U.S. bank cards, Bank of America cards, and I've been denied for Wells Fargo cards, Capital One cards because too many credit cards applications and approvals and too many lines of credit. So my velocity is a credit card mistake. Some will say closing zero annual fee cards is a mistake. I don't see it that way. I don't. If I don't want to deal with a card, like I already understand how my credit score works, so I know what I'm doing. But some will say closing $0 annual fee cards are a mistake because your utilization goes high. But you can use your utilization. I mean, you can manage your credit cards correctly without even having uh, high credit limits. So it's just a misunderstanding. Mm, I think those are the two mistakes that I probably make: canceling too many cards in a year and applying for too many cards. Applying and canceling. It all goes down to that. That's it.
Man, I don't know. I don't know. It's some unfortunately some no annual fee cards that I have that I'm gonna cancel in 2025 because it's just like I'm using them just to use them, at this point. So it's time for them to go. Now, Ian asks, and I answered, but I want you to confirm this too. Ian asked, do you look for the upgrade offers in the app or the desktop? My answer was it's in both. It doesn't matter. It's the same offer in my opinion.
Yeah, I've received them both, both ways, but usually it's not like very difficult. I mean, it sounds complicated, but it's not.
Right.
Like once you downgrade to the green, uh, I have better luck using the web page. But I also got like last year I got them in the. I actually got a better offer on the app. But usually once I downgrade, I can go next day and I just go log into my account uh, uh, in the web page, and I just look for all cars, and I go look for the American Express Gold. It will open a window, but then sometimes it won't show you an upgrade offer right there in the top. You just scroll down, and at the bottom, it will show you the upgrade offer. It's that simple. You don't have to wait for a pop up or something. That only happens with cars that are not co-branded most of the times. When you have co-branded cars like with Hilton's, is a hit or miss. Sometimes it will take a week, sometimes it will take a month, sometimes it will take 3 months. It just depends on every situation. But with regular charge cards, that's the way I do it. It's actually automatic. Like you just downgrade, you just go back next day and look for the car that you want. Don't be waiting for offer. Just look for the car that you want to upgrade to and scroll down to the bottom and it will show up at the bottom. In the app, sometimes it will show right below the car, but
Right.
I have better luck using the web page. And
Yeah.
usually I see the offer in 24 hours
Right.
over there.
Just look for the card that you want to upgrade to. That's it. Just look for the car that you want to
Yeah.
upgrade to,
Yeah.
and it's going to say request upgrade offer. When you
That's
press
it.
that button, it's not going to automatically upgrade it for you. It's going to show you the upgrade. It's going to
Yeah.
show you the offer. And it happens
Yeah.
every single time.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, now, do you have your eye on any cars before the year closes out?
What was that?
Do you have your eye on any cards before the year closes out?
The Delta Business, which is gonna be hard, the Delta Business Platinum, because I got those 90K Delta from the Delta Gold Business Gold. With the spend, I'm over 100 K Delta pesos. But I wanna add another 100K Delta pesos, Sky pesos, because I still can go to Spain using those. So I'll use them for sure. And Delta miles are actually very good when you like if you pay flights and you use the miles like for upgrades, they're actually very good. You can get more than 1 cent just by upgrading your seat, like from main cabin to comfort plus, to be,
Right.
to business or something like that. Like even for domestic flights, you can use those miles for upgrades. But even like that, like you can also get some nice trip with those miles.
Yeah. I'm the same way, man. I book the flight and then I upgrade later.
Yeah. Yeah, it works. It works.
Vincent Pascal says, in retrospect, which credit card or cards do you wish that you hadn't applied for?
Like that I haven't applied for. It's difficult. Like right now, I don't use the like. This is a very good card. Like the, mm, but it helped me build my credit. The Discover it helped me build my credit. So it was part of the process. I don't use those cards. The MX every day, I cancel the card. Um, but it was a card that didn't brought much benefit besides that upgrade and downgrade play. Um, it's just that every other card I got them for the intro offers, and I never regret applying for a card to get an offer and cancel them. So I have very few regrets, like because I know I applying for a card for the offer and I will cancel it next year. That's just me. Um,
All right, now we on to we getting close to the end now. We on to the fun questions.
all right.
Now, if you could create your own credit card, what would the perks be?
I mean, it will be pretty much. I actually like the Venture X, like adding at least 4 authorized users. I think that's reasonable. So people can get to launch access. So it will have launch access up to like 3 authorized users. So that's going to be the main one. Solid protections like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, um, and 3x on everything. I don't want to be like, give me 10x. It's gonna be unreal, but give me 3x, a 3x casual card like the Robinhood Gold, with the protection of the CSR and the launch access, free authorized users that the Capital One Venture X have, and a solid referral program that can give me at least 200,000 points. That would be great.
That would be great. Now, the next question, I already know the answer to it because you already kind of answered it earlier, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Lose points and miles. Yeah, you know what? You might switch it up because this is going to be talking about a live stream. Lose points and miles, and Anthony Venture is doing a live stream at the same time. Which one do you watch and why?
Lux is my favorite content creator. There's just not there's no way I cannot watch Uncle Luke's. In fact, Uncle Luke and I usually do lives on the same day, Thursdays. But even before I start my live at like 8:30 p.m., I'll be watching Uncle Luke until the time that I press record on my live. And even during that, I will leave Uncle Luke's live running. It's just one of those creators that I just can't miss because it's my favorite.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You still watch his live stream over Anthony though? Cause he's your favorite.
I have to. I have to. I have to. But like, Luke is just is my favorite content creator, and I admire him a lot. Like, I've been watching his channel like from the bottom, and I remember welcome to the strongest YouTube channel. And it was great. Like, he's also a veteran. He's kind of old, like we
Yeah,
are, and the
yeah,
success that he's having is great. And he doesn't sugarcoat things like he will say like he sees it, and we're missing that here on YouTube. Most of the times they just want to talk about what's good, what's good, but I think yeah, it's gonna be Uncle Luke. Sorry, I
yeah,
love
yeah,
Anthony Venture, and his
yeah.
entertainment is very unique, and I do enjoy Anthony Venture's life, and I appreciate him a lot. But there's just if Uncle Luke is having a video, there's no chance for anyone else.
So you know what? It's a certain amount of people that don't sugarcoat nothing. I include you. I include Chaz Money Minutes. I include Luke. I include myself, and I don't include myself in much, but I gotta include myself in there.
Yeah, you are the same way. That's why I appreciate I watch every single video that you've done. Um, I enjoy Douglas. Douglas too. Like he will bring a different point of view,
A
but
different point of view, right?
but it's his point of view, and I actually get value, and he call it like he see it. Uncle Lou, you, Chad, Anthony Venture is just that entertainment value with value
Right.
information mix. I mean, Anthony Venture is going to be huge. Like he's going to be a superstar. His channel will blow up for sure eventually because the way he provides credit card information with the entertainment is just it's a different approach that I do enjoy a lot.
Right.
So great guys. We just have some great guys here.
Let me see. Anthony Vasquez said his answer would be both. He can open one creative live. No, see, listen, Anthony Pascal. In this situation, you don't have another. You don't have any other way to view something. You can only watch one in this specific situation. See, my thing like
And
that is, yeah, like,
and
um,
and and the wa- and we should not like I will not fool myself like trying to open it. If both are live, I'm gonna watch my favorite creator. I will not fool
right, of
myself.
course.
I'm gonna watch the one that is my favorite creator, and after that, I watch the other one. Like when the other live ends, it ended. Then I go for the replay.
Right, right.
But yeah,
See,
eh,
An- Anthony was the first person to ever have me, who to ever interview me. You know what I mean? So I have a different perspective on that. I don't really watch
yeah.
Dougras all like that. Like I've seen Dougras, but I don't really watch them all like that. Like our perspective are like I appreciate his perspective because it's different than mine, but I don't really watch Dougras. But there's enough people for everybody to go around and have their favorites.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know. Now the next one is I'm gonna name 5 content creators, and you're gonna describe them in one word. Now you got Joe Barreto,
Red Spa.
Mr. Wepa.
This was
All right, you got Chad Money Minutes.
oh man, he's just like it's difficult because Trump is like one word is difficult, but I always see him like the glue that keeps the community together. Is that thing that keeps us together. So it's difficult to find that word in English. At
One
least
word.
English is my English is my second language. It's not my primary
You
language, but
already said it. The glue.
it's the glue that
Glue.
keeps this community together. Yeah.
All right. Nail from Water Your Soil.
He's real. Like he, like yeah, he keep it real. He yeah, that's it. Like he keep it real. Like if one word, he's like um it's strategic or focus. That will be the word. Like he's focused on
Focus.
something like yeah, focus in that credit card score utilization. Focus. Yeah.
All right. Stand the credit fraud.
Well, that guy is a mastermind. Is just one word, right? Mastermind goes together in English, right? So the guy's brain is always there, like looking for those strategies of optimizing and core set of these and
Yeah.
additional set of there. Yeah, he's just a mastermind and strategies. Yeah,
All right. Spencer Johnson.
Spencer Johnson. Mm, superstar. I mean, there's no way. Like he's the next superstar over here, man. There's no way stopping Spencer Johnson. I mean,
For sure.
he's over 7 feet tall, credit card YouTuber. He's
All right.
handsome, nice hair. He's fluent. The way he talks, he's just superstar, man.
Wear his hat backwards. See that guy. Nah,
He even got a dog and everything, so
he
he's
got,
just
he
a
got a dog
complete
and
package.
now, if your channel had a mascot, what would it be?
If I, what was that?
If your channel had a mascot,
Yeah.
what would the mascot be?
Yeah. I don't know, Mike Tyson, something like that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
Mike Tyson. Well, like I punch through everything. Like I don't get stuck in anything. I'm always moving forward, bouncing front and back, but I'm always moving forward and hitting stuff and taking stuff out of the way. So Mike Tyson will be my mascot.
Now, the last question is always the hardest question. What is your social medias and where can everybody see Caesar Joel's YouTube channel?
Yeah, well, Cesar Joel, for those who wonder in Spanish, my name is Cesar Joel. And the reason is like that is my name is my YouTube channel. I will never recommend anyone that don't speak Spanish to join my channel. Like all my videos, I literally in Spanish. I do appreciate the love and support and so Cesar Joel, and can't wait to see you all guys here in Puerto Rico. It's going to be huge, November 8th. So you have an entire year to plan for the next creator meetup. So I got so many things planned that you all gonna have a great time. Trust me, it's a great place, and can't wait to see you all again, all the creators and fans that come, and you will have a great time here in Puerto Rico, November 8th, 2025. So.
For sure, for sure. Man, before we get out of here, you got
Yeah,
anything you
and
want to say to the chat?
yeah, and I unfollow Brian Young. That's one of those creators that I didn't follow because I believe what he did to Berman, Chandler Berman was kind of trash, trash, trash. And I will never follow a guy that looks down upon another creators or make them, feel less. So Brian Young for me is trash. He's dead. I will never follow him. All right.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna say this because I took that question out on the strip that everyone avoids it. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone tiptoes around that question, so I took
No,
it. So I took it out, and I
nah, no, no.
appreciate you going with it.
I go straight to it. Whatever you answer, if you have a question, you will get an answer.
I appreciate you, brother. But man, you got anything else to say to the chat before we get out of here?
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and thank you all, guys that been here in the live. It was great, and hope you all got some value from this crazy Puerto Rican. And hope to see you all over here in Puerto Rico to 2025 Creator Meetup, November 8th, 2025.
Man,
Appreciate you all,
listen,
guys.
y'all better be at the Creator Meetup in 2025 that Caesar is hosting. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody there. We're gonna have a blast like we had at the last two. The first one was an experiment. The second one was great. This one's gonna be even better. So Caesar has been already planning everything. So man, let's get it going, man. But if you've been here for 5 minutes, 15, 30, or the whole time, we appreciate you. If you're watching a replay, we really appreciate you. And